All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Zombieland Saga, Season 1, Episode 3.
We had a rap battle last week.
We did.
We had a rap battle, and it was amazing.
It was so off the wall and random, but hey, Sakura is an amazing main character here, and Saki now respects her.
Exactly.
And that's what's important now. So now we have our number 1 and our number 2 on lock here.
Because Saki knows, hey, maybe I could conquer the world through being an idol or music. Yeah. Let's do it.
It has happened in some ways before. So,
and they do have their first 2 fans. Those metalheads did show up to the retirement home. So, you know,
and they're wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So we also had to deal with Ai and Junko, the 2 ex-idols, having a I don't want to be here, running away, and
which, irony aside,
thing.
I would love to see that. No. That was terrible. I would love to see them get explored more as characters, maybe as the next couple that get focus, possibly.
Possibly, yeah. We do have to kind of build that, synergy as a group, though, because they are still pretty splintered. While
true.
Saki and Sakura had their moment here, that didn't necessarily just make everything hunky-dory for everyone. So we got to see what their next kind of stage of getting to know each other would be, and what will be the backdrop upon which that story will continue.
Right.
So,
and what will Kotaro have them do next?
Oh my God, what will Kotaro have them do next?
What won't he do? Have them do? Yeah.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. All right, we got ourselves our wholesome episode of the girls figuring out that, they can do this if they all come together. They're not going to be great necessarily,
right? Because they
especially not anytime soon.
Yeah,
but something special can happen with all of them doing this together, and it's that good wholesome cheesy good stuff.
Yep, it's good stuff. But it was also I was glad that they brought it up. Or, more curious, like, oh, okay, this is the direction they're taking it, because with the previous episode was so rule of cool,
Oh, yeah.
Like, because, like, the very first
Comedy.
episode, it's like, okay, premise, it's great, here we go.
Right.
Second episode, very rule of cool, which is, fitting for Saki's focus episode, right?
Totally.
Freestyle rap, awesome, right?
Yep.
But you can't freestyle your whole, gig,
of course not.
right?
This is
like forever.
Be coordinated, produced,
Yep.
resulting performance. It's going to be put on stage for everyone to look at, and they're going to see all the imperfections that come out because it's a bunch of people working together.
Yep. And so that, and addressing that in the episode that also gives focus to Junko and Ai felt very fitting, because it gives extra reasoning of why they might be wanting to back out. Of like, hey, no, you guys aren't idols. Like, we know what has to go into making a performance actually work.
Yeah.
And this isn't gonna go well.
Nope.
But then it's like, oh wait, well, okay, but we're earnestly going after this, and that's enough to warm them up a little bit, warm up their cold hearts to this concept, and awesome. Yeah.
And they each had different reasons, I would say, as to, while they both shared the same thoughts regarding this not working because none of the others are idols, it was something of where they had different reasonings based on their pasts. Right. So Junko was a solo idol. She was one that worked basically by herself. And so she doesn't want to rely on others who are going to mess up constantly. That feels a little bit wrong.
Right. As soon as Lily, messed up in the training, it's like, okay. Yeah.
But Ai Mizuno, though, has something a little bit more complicated. And I'm really excited about her character, because she was not only a member of an idol group, it looked like she was potentially the centerfold star of the idol group, the leader, and also we got a little bit of dialogue from her when she was alone, meaning it's the most kind of truthful and honest dialogue we can get from her regarding how she's like starting over from scratch. Whew. And it was just one of those things of like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that. And what I guessed from her character in the earlier episodes was that she was the one who was a little bit disenfranchised from the idea of being a member of an idol group. Like that was something that had turned negative or turned sour over the course of her doing it all. So what it probably was, in combination with this, is that if anything, that was a struggle. That was a lot of work,
hard
and
fought
effort
thing
that might not have been fully worth it. Maybe on some level, but that's more speculation. What we do know is just that time spent in that and all that effort, she's gonna have to do that all over again.
Right.
And it's is it gonna be worth it a second time?
Exactly.
I'm not really gonna get anything new necessarily, but wait, these are different people.
These are different people, and
they're very different from you.
Yeah.
They are all coming into this for reasons that are in some ways extremely similar just because they're zombies. But who they are as a person, there's no way they're going to be molded into some cookie cutter, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like just Saki alone is going to make things a wild, chaotic, different thing. And Yugiri is the opposite end of the spectrum with some morally questionable, viewpoints with regards to life and death. And then you have a peer who's also an idol, but someone who had a completely different experience from you. You could just have a good time with Junko asking her questions about what it was like a couple decades ago to be an idol.
And doing it solo.
Yeah, in some ways, Junko probably paved the way for you, way back when, especially if she was, legendary, according to Kotaro.
Right. Indeed. And then of course there's Tai. She's there too.
She's actually doing the motions of the dance badly, but given that she is still, not woken up as a zombie, it's wonderful.
I get the feeling that they probably sort of reinforced the dance movement behavior and stuff through a complicated, manner of giving her squid and markers.
Sure. And then is enough just basic pattern recognition.
Oh my God.
That it, just ended up working out like that.
They literally just named the group after one of her sneezes. Franchouchou.
That is amazing.
And it's perfect because that way she can contribute, right? She can be that sort of mascot within the idol group that says the name.
We freaking called that so much that it was like, we just got to watch Tai Yamada. She's going to do something.
Yep, exactly.
It's a trope that's used a lot, but it worked well here because I don't know what Franchouchou means, and it might actually mean in kanji. She was like, fu ran shoo shoo. And Saki kanjied it out, and you don't have to kanji it.
No,
it can be a nonsensical word. It just sounds, cool and cute.
But then at the same time, is that commentary on, idol groups in general, where it's like, what is their name? It probably came from a sneeze. It
came from something ridiculous. And they just made it because it's easy to remember and marketable
it's
and
unique,
stuff like that. Right.
Yeah.
No one else has a name like this.
Yep.
Kotaro, again, is the goddamn MVP of this show.
He really
is.
His
lines, his delivery of the lines, the moments in the show that are just crafted perfectly for the dumbest comedy bits of where he's like, we need to do G-E, and he just stops there.
And he's doing it in, he's writing the English characters, and he's like, I'm trying to be cool and write it in English, and oh, no, I misspelled it.
No, and he just goes into the Japanese and gets the whole thing out there immediately. It's just... it's so good. I love it. It's wonderful.
And then his
funny.
whole bit, okay, so his bit where he confronts Junko and I, right? And he's like, hey, if you don't dance, you're just zombies.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay here and rot.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna do something. And it's one of those things that if it wasn't him saying it, I would take it seriously. I do still kind of take it seriously, and I'm sure he takes it seriously.
Yes.
But seeing him and his ridiculous self trying to give this impassioned, deep speech, oh man, that was good.
Yeah, it was something that I struggled to take seriously as well, but
it's a good question,
But it is a question that they need to ask because while he is kind of their he's a whole mixed bag. The point is that they have a choice here.
Right.
They could just decide, I'm just going to live out my life as a zombie. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hide. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to try and just, keep on going. But you know what's going to happen? Just going to rot away.
Yeah.
Who knows? You could live forever. You could live for 5 more years. You don't know.
Yep.
In some ways, you're probably going to live forever. But the point is that, don't you want that time to mean something?
Exactly.
Like, come on. Where's your fire?
Yeah.
You may be undead, but
live, God damn it.
Yeah. Kindle that inner fire within you. And,
right.
And don't just walk by the bonfire of dreams and ignore it.
Right.
Come by and warm yourself here.
In a lot of ways, this feels like maybe I'm digging too much into this.
Okay.
But funny commentary on the whole idea of the going through the monotony of the daily life. Because how many times do we feel like we're, just sort of going through the motions and being zombies in a way, And then here we have actual zombies who could just be zombies, literally.
Right, but these ones are the ones with the actual skills to do the thing, and yet they're the ones that are the least interested.
Right, and then the ones that don't have the talent are working hard. Like I feel like this is probably a permutation on a bunch of lessons and themes and stuff that are put in more serious idol shows,
Gotcha.
And then it's done in this fun, goofy way that still has the spirit of it in there, right?
But it's being delivered through Kotaro, so we can't really take it that seriously.
Right, it's certainly not at face value,
right.
And his lazy go go go, when it's like, all right, they aren't coming, and then later when the cop is like, first off, you look kind of familiar, but hold on, and then he just drives to
go. 5 things on his way out. Oh my God, that was amazing. The performance, though, the finale of the episode, led to them, making a little girl's day. And what I thought was really sweet about this is that thinking about Sakura from the beginning in episode 1, where she's basically having, her day start off with looking on at her heroes who she probably thought she'd never actually meet them. She'd never actually get to interact with them or anything like that. But there's something innate and primal human aspect about just free expression, dancing wildly in the food court, even someone if it's belting out a song that they love at an intersection, with their windows down, and then suddenly people all just join in, because yes, we could just trudge on as zombies and just kind of go through this, but damn it, it's fun to express yourself.
Exactly.
And if that's flying off of a carousel that your zombie friend, launched you from, just because this would be fun, and stops it with her freakish strength or what have you. Yeah. Even dumb, fun, creative expressions is that essence of being free, being alive.
Yep.
So why not live?
Yep. Even if it's something that they have to work incredibly hard in order to get it to that point of, looking awesome, so that way it looks easy and fluid and free and all of that stuff, and not actually as rigorous as it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had another fan join their fan group of 2.
Well, they might have actually gotten 2 new fans this episode because the cop
that's true
he kind of was like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up at one of their shows.
I think if anything he's more of a recurring gag.
I am
because
totally
he more
down for
showed
that.
up and he then was like, I could arrest you, and then because of the way Sakura interacted with him, he thought it was his charm.
Right.
And it's like, no, I don't think he's their fan. I think he's just a little bit drunk on his power of being a
clueless
basic
person.
bitch cop. And then...
Yeah. If anything, maybe there will be some conflict where he's like, holy shit.
Like he's going to be the conspiracy theory guy,
exactly.
Like,
I found out that Franchouchou is actually, they're all zombies.
Yeah, they're like a puppet of the yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But anyway, this is a good little fun, cute, wholesome episode. Yeah, the 3D CG was a little, like it served its purpose.
Like there were some parts where it was like, okay, all right, but it, all things considered, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Like it was pretty good.
But I'm looking forward to the next episode where we can get to have these girls interact more with each other and figure out a little bit more about what makes them want to live as zombies.
Yep.
So, yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. You can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yeah, you know the drill. It's the drill.
Big drill.
Yeah, it's a big drill. No, Battle Lines, wrote it. It's awesome. Check it out. It's on Amazon. Link in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.